Gonna head up around Shaler Lake and then over to Faxon Lake, and today becomes a pivotal day. Hey everybody, Will here, and it is so awesome to be back on the trail. I have not been out anywhere like this outdoors for last couple months. Not from being sick, not for any other reason other than I've been focusing all my time and energy the last couple months on building a backyard playhouse for my kids. It's been fun, but it's taken up a lot of time and energy, so haven't had a chance to really get out and hit the trail like this, but it's here now. We are looking at Thursday, July 23rd today. It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning. Wife and kids just dropped me off the Highline trailhead here off the Mirror Lake Highway. So this is my first time in the Uintas this year, and stayed the night with the family back down the road at the cabin my wife's family has about a half hour north of here, and they'll be picking me up again to spend another night with them on Saturday before I head back home Sunday. So but for now I'm gonna fly solo for the next 3 days and 2 nights because I've just got to get out and do some backpacking. Any minute now, I suspect I'll hit the old fire burn area from big bad fire they had back in here a couple years ago. It's got to be coming up soon here, and then it's going to be just a different looking place. Officially walking through the burn scar now. Just rounding around Scudder Lake off to the right here. And yep, different world up here now. This is an interesting tree. It's probably dead already. The fire really ate up what was left of it, and it's hanging on by a thread here, more or less. I'll haul it out around this side and probably tip it right over if I push hard enough on it. Not gonna do that though. Big old tree fall. It's the best way to go around it. Guess we'll just go over it. Alright, so I just passed junction up in Naturalist Basin for the proper trail to it. And that would definitely be the way to go if that was my primary motive for the trip, but I do have another objective with this trip. I am scouting out some unfamiliar sections, some off-trail sections, to see how viable they are for an extended route. That route's going to come off Rocky Sea Pass. That's pretty much where I'm heading. Well, just past the junction for the trail out to 4 Lakes that exits the Highline. So that means Pigeon Milk Spring and Rocky Sea Pass should be just around the corner up here. Well, here we are. Pigeon Milk Springs. And just heard a first crack of thunder for the afternoon. I think I'm gonna sit down here at Pigeon Milk Spring and have a little lunch break. Hope that this stuff behind me in the sky doesn't get too active right here while I'm here. Still got a liter of water on me. I was well stocked with water because I just wanted to get up here, but can't not stop and get some ice cold filtered water from the spring here. I mean, it's probably clean as it is coming out here, but always better to be safe than sorry, so I'll take time to filter it. Pigeon Milk Spring water is good stuff. To look at what my lunch consists of today. My first time doing Spam in like forever since I was a kid. Gonna see how that stuff is now. Some Jif peanut butter, tortilla, some trail mix there, sweet and salty, and another tortilla here with half my peanut butter on it, and some honey to go. Well, this is the end of the trail for me, at least the official trail for a while. If you keep up trail here ahead of me, you head up to Rocky Sea Pass right up there. I'm gonna veer left and start going cross country here, off trail, and start skirting my way around that little mountain here in search of Packard Lake. Gorgeous view coming down this drainage here. Got Mount Agassiz right there, dead ahead. Made it to Packard Lake. Just gotta get around it and find the spot I'm hoping to camp at without getting my feet wet. Well, that was cool. Just saw a bunch of elk running out in front of me. That's when I miss having my zoom camera. I only brought my Sony RX100 up, and it only zooms 4 times optically. Alright, well, just hanging low, taking shelter from a bit of a dark band of storm passing over now. Got some thunder and lightning crackling overhead. A little bit of hail starting to drop. Got my Frog Togs jacket, the new one that I've picked up this spring. Getting some good use out of it now. Just as soon as this blows over, it shouldn't be too do have a campsite picked out a little bit further up that I scouted ahead. And yeah, excited to get there. Just don't want to go across the big meadow with this stuff going on right now. Alright, got a brief break. I'm going to make a run for it and hopefully get my tent set up before this next wave comes. Which looks like another wave of it approaching out here. Well, change of plans here. I did get my tent set up, as you can see, but didn't make it very far. Started going about 50 feet or so from where I took shelter from the first wave, and saw that the next wave coming was a lot closer and faster than I thought. So this is one of the only times I would love to have a Z-Rest sleeping pad on me instead of a inflatable pad, because it sure would be nice right now. So I have one at home, but usually don't take it out much unless it's in the winter time for extra insulation. All right, now we go. I think I might just set up camp right here for the night. Well, I got camp set up, tent up, and sleeping back in. I brought my tarp tent notch with me for this trip, and now I'm just heating up some water for dinner. I think after dinner, got a couple hours daylight left, so Jordan Lake's about half hour straight ahead of me down little ledges, so might drop down there a little bit and try some fishing if it's not too busy. So this is a DIY dehydrated meal. First time I've dehydrated a meal for the backcountry, and a little bit soupy, but looks good, smells good. And definitely seems to have softened right up. It's got some black beans, some zucchini, some chicken, some corn. A little recipe my wife found and made. And it's just some leftovers. Alright, made it down Jordan Lake. Time to get fishing, for a little bit anyway. Alright, tucked away in bed now. Been a quiet night. After going down Jordan Lake, caught quite a few fish. It's my first time going barbless, so I actually lost quite a few. So need to practice keeping the tension a little bit better, but still reeled in quite a few, netted 4 or 5 of them, so it was fun. And made it back to camp and shot some night sky. Got the comet in a couple pictures, and I'm just tucked away, ready for a good night's sleep. Good morning. It's day 2, Friday, July 24th. That means it's a state holiday here in Utah, Pioneer Day. So, slept well, had my first night out in the backcountry with my REI Magma 30. Looked like it got down to 40, maybe slightly below 40. Anyhow, just had breakfast and just waiting for the sun to come out right behind my back here. Should be here within the next minute or so. But otherwise, just enjoying the view and gonna get packed up here in a few, and then gonna head up around Shaler Lake and then over to Faxon Lake. And today becomes a pivotal day. All right, packed up. We are out of here. Well, that was cool. I just saw a buck. I think I spooked it and it spooked me because it jumped out of some trees right in front of me and then leapt ahead. But yeah, so I've seen some elk, a nice looking buck. Well, back at Jordan Lake for the minute. It's past Shaler Lake, pretty as it is. I am moving on up above here. Up to Faxon Lake and see if I can find a way up to the ridge here that isn't too difficult with this pack on. Hoping to hit that saddle right there. That's where the straightforward chute or color goes down. It's Faxon Lake. Here's the path I was hoping to get up, but looking at it up close, it still looks more sketchy on this side than I thought it would be. And I know people can head up here to Summit Spread Eagle, which is that way. Or maybe they just go up, there's a little notch in the ridge up here that maybe they make their way up through around all those trees up in there. But then I'd have to still walk all the way across this ridge and hope that it's not too steep for my comfort. I'm gonna move on over above Blue Lake, over under Agassiz, and get back up on there. I have been up on that ridge before, so just a bunch of boulder scrambling to get up to it. Still hard work with, especially with pack on, but it's what I gotta do. Pretty views though. Just gotta get back down to Faxon Lake. I'm gonna skirt the right side of it this time. Coming up on LeConte Lake. Alright, well, I just pulled over for a break. Probably gonna have lunch right about here. I'm looking up at the pass I'm shooting for, which doesn't look so bad from this side. Definitely zigzag my way over, and wish I would have been up here a lot sooner though, because now I'm starting to hesitate. It's supposed to be fair weather all day today, but I'm seeing some cumulus clouds here potentially gonna turn up some thunderheads here, and certainly don't want to be getting up there right as those start blowing over. And so if I can get up, I'll zigzag, or I'll kind of take a line up here, and then I'll follow underneath this ridge here, just off the side of it, and come out onto this saddle here. And then that's probably the best shot down into Middle Basin. Over behind this saddle and all behind the back of this ridge is nothing but straight vertical cliff for quite a ways down. There's Mount Agassiz right there. On second thought, that thing's just getting bigger and bigger. It's, who knows what's coming with it, so. All right, new plan. Looks like the clouds are gonna hold at bay for now. So I think I'm gonna head up here, just, you know, kind of with a fanny pack and water bottle, and make it a little scouting trip with my main pack down here. I'm gonna keep it down here. And then depending on how easy it goes and what it looks like over the other side, maybe I still come back down, get the pack, take it over, because it doesn't look too treacherous getting up there. But otherwise, I'm thinking I might just head back down lower. I don't know, Murat Lakes will be a city tonight, same with Jordan Lake, so maybe I'll find a place to tuck into somewhere around Shaler Lake tonight, and then just head back out the High Line tomorrow. See how long it takes me to just get up here and see what it looks like on the other side first. Make more decisions after that. Let's do it. Alright, well, I made it up to the saddle here. I got Middle Basin behind me. Still looks kind of sketch from here. Try and go down with my pack. So anyways, there's Hayden Peak off the middle there. I'm gonna head back because clouds are coming. So here's the view. There's Jordan Lake down out there. Here's LeConte Lake, Faxon Lake, and the edge over there. You got Spread Eagle Peak way up there. Still a wonderful view up here. Made it back down to my pack. Didn't really spend more than a minute up at the saddle there. It's kind of a bummer, like, it just freaks me out when I can't see down the bottom. Of course, I don't dare get too close to the edge to really see, but as far as I was willing to go, I just couldn't see a line down. It was just like the horizon off the ridge, or whatever you want to call it, just disappeared. And I'm kind of very glad I didn't go up there with my backpack, because again, I think with something like that, I need to scout it up from the other side as well. So anyways, there's a nice little dark cloud passing over. Haven't heard any thunder, lightning, but there's enough trailing behind it that made me fly back down off the mountain just to get down here and to lower elevation, down into some lower points. I think I might put the pack back on and start wandering down around Blue Lake, maybe down to Murat Lakes, and just see what it looks like down there. Again, it's probably going to be a city down there, so I don't know if I want to camp there. Such a hard decision. I could go camp down by Shaler Lake, which would be awesome. Fish that tonight, and then head on out in the morning. Or I can shorten the distance and head out to another area I haven't been to yet, and camp out there called Packard Lake, and a couple other little lakes in that neighborhood, and be that much closer, a few miles closer to the trailhead, and have my wife pick me up about noon, so I can get back to spending the rest of the weekend with the family. So I'm kind of leaning in that direction, as beautiful and awesome as it would be to camp up at Shaler Lake. Just passing by Walcott Lake right now on my way over to Blue Lake. Here's a look at Blue Lake. So just stumbled into someone's water trash stuck in a little cavity in the ground. Not sure why it's there, but guess I'll go ahead and pick it up, take it out with me. Tempting to just stop right here and set up camp for the night, because you got this beautiful view of Agassiz and that blue-green water of Blue Lake. Down to Murat Lakes we go. Descending from Murat Lakes now, and surprisingly there's almost nobody up here. I see one tent back in the trees, impressively 200 feet away from the lake. I've been up here, or through here, time before when it was like a city, and considering it's a Friday afternoon now, really surprised. Especially being a state holiday here. Back on the High Line again, heading down trail. About a mile to go before my turnoff for Packard Lake. Okay, just left the High Line for Packard Lake trail now. Pretty much another mile or so, all downhill. Whatever I said about being mostly downhill, in a sense that's still true, but this has turned into a roller coaster to get back in here. I passed by Wilder Lake, and there's a group of, like, must have been an extended family of like 15 people or so. There's 7 or 8 tents set up, a bunch of hammocks, and a dozen of them all hanging around a campfire, a few more out fishing, others getting water. Huge group. But as I get further along back in here, I can see this place, Packard Lake, being less appealing for people to come this far in. We'll see though. I think I'm finally at Packard. Man, there's a lot of trees out here. Alright, I could camp here at the near Packard Lake. I'm not going to. It's just too thickly wooded for my taste right now. If I was with someone else, for sure, it'd be okay, but there's just like, it's hard to access the lake, and even when you get to it, it just doesn't look like anything good around the edges to fish from. Plenty of places to tangle your line or get your line snagged. Not the most exciting lake to hike to up here. Definitely secluded. There was one couple hanging out, or camping actually, on the opposite side of the trail from the lake, over along near the edge of the lookout over the Duchesne River and drainage. And if there's anything worth seeing out here, it's the overlook. So it's kind of pretty. Anyways, I am turned around. I am heading back to Wyman Lake. Passed by a nice little site there, a little more open, and a little bit closer back to the trailhead for the morning. Hopefully there's some fish in Wyman. Didn't see anything jumping on the way by it, but love to do some fishing there if there's any fish in it tonight. I was really looking forward to doing some more fishing tonight. I think Wyman's just, it looks like it's probably too shallow. Probably freezes over in the winter and would winter kill everything. Got my tent up, camp set up, and dinner is about to be served. So tonight I am eating another DIY dehydrated meal. I dehydrated a rice packet that was pre-made and mixed in a pouch of salmon. The rice has like quinoa and some other stuff in it too, so getting tucked in for the night. Had some neighbors move in down the trail a little bit. Quite a big group of them actually. So anyways, not too noisy, so gonna watch some videos and then try and get a good sleep. Good morning. It's a little bit chillier last night than it was the first night. Still managed okay though. Didn't get so chilly I needed to put my jacket on. It's about 7 a.m. and I think I'm gonna get up, get packed up, get out of here and have breakfast on the go, and just got like a Cliff Bar or something for that. Alright, up and at it. Ew. Apparently I slept with this guy overnight. His legs were still moving a second ago, so he was definitely alive. Alright, back on trail. At least the trail out of here. Not looking forward to the climb out after Wilder Lake. It is quite a slog to get back in here, and probably more so to get back out. So it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 miles back to the trailhead from here, or from where I stayed, and I should be able to handle that in 2 hours. Pretty simple. That should leave me a couple hours of fishing time before I'm expected to get picked up by my family. Just past Wilder Lake, back out there. And again, it's Tent City right next to it, with a big family and friends, or extended family, camping out there with over half dozen tents. It's pretty common for a lot of people out here who don't know or don't care about 200 feet away from the trail and water sources. That group back there is doing both. Less than 200 feet away from both the stream, the lake, and the trail. Pretty intrusive. Feels like they're almost on the trail. Always awkward walking that close to camp, especially with that many people. But so good to see families getting out, enjoying the outdoors. Got their kids with them, or quite a few kids with them in that group, so hope they're still at least having fun. There she is. Back on the Highline Trail. Sun's right behind me, isn't it? Well, I gotta say, one of the objectives of this trip was to test out my fitness level. I had ambitions to do even more aggressive trip. That would have been probably 4 days, 3 nights with a lot of passes on it, and that could have happened this week, but after doing this one, it's really wise of me to push that one down a couple weeks. Like I said, I haven't been out really doing anything in the last 2 months, and the one backpacking trip I did with my wife and daughters, that was kind of a easy, does it, real short miles, nothing too strenuous. Make sure it was good and enjoyable for my daughters that came along. So I haven't really done anything this year to test my aerobic system, and haven't done anything aerobically for the last couple months because, again, I've been working so much on the playhouse for my kids that I am really feeling it on this trip. Any amount of uphill immediately starts stressing my lungs a little bit, and that's not normal when I'm in shape. My legs have been feeling rubbery a lot sooner than they usually do, and all this with probably one of the lightest pack weights that I've ever carried since switching out a few things with my gear selection this year. It means I definitely need to hit the treadmill at home or get out and start doing some jogging and running and get some more hiking under my legs. Get back in shape. Back in the burn zone here. I mean, Scudder Lake is coming up real soon. So interestingly, the only areas I've seen fireweed growing, the flower that is right here where the fire burned, created this big burn scar. Haven't seen fireweed anywhere else among all the other flowers higher up. There's Scudder Lake again. Just bypassed the trailhead, which is somewhere back in here. Took a little side trail out to this pullout on the highway because Butterfly Lake is right there, and I've got 2 hours to fish before Jess gets here. So time to throw the line out. Not expecting to catch anything because this lake gets so much pressure. Not only does the highway run right up against it with parking lot for it, there's a campground literally right on the edge behind me here. But hey, this kid back here just caught one, so maybe there's hope for me after all. We'll see how it goes for the next couple hours. Caught one after all. It's 11:30 now. Put the fishing pole away and just making my way around the rest of Butterfly Lake here. And once I come out the other side, I'll get across the road and back to the trailhead. So I caught one fish and hooked another one, and right as I was about to get him in the net, he swam into a rock and knocked himself loose. So that's what you get for going barbless. But of all the fish I did catch, Jordan Lake and here, the one I caught here, it's definitely so much nicer to unhook them and release them doing the barbless route. Made it! Walked through the trailhead, see if my wife was already there yet. Didn't see her, and I don't know where she would have parked if she could have been in there, because it is packed in there. Alongside Crystal Lake trailhead, this Highline trailhead is the busiest, most popular trailhead, frequently filled to capacity here in the Uintas. There's a nice reflection of Hayden Peak just to the side of the trailhead here. So that's what through hiking feels like. Well, made it back to the cabin here in the northern Uintas. Lest any of you think that the cabin we're staying at is a luxury cabin, it's not. There is no plumbing, no running water to it. That means you have to bring your own water. If you want to bathe, you got to take a sponge bath like I'm about to do here soon. And, or you can bring a camp shower, I suppose, some sort. And also, it means there's no toilets inside. Instead, you gotta do it the old-fashioned way. The outhouse. There's no internet connection, there's no cell signal up here, no mobile data. We do have electricity, so thankfully we at least have that. Gotta love the 8-track player, rocking some Pink Floyd. Gonna take a trip down memory lane into my childhood here. We've got Ninja Turtles, the movie, the original movie, in VHS format on the VCR onto the projector. That's gonna wrap up the video. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to do so. I got quite a few more trips lined up, hopefully, that I can get out and do before the season's over, and should be a lot of fun. Till next time, guys.